If there's a group of people that we listen to more than the Texas Classroom Teachers Association about education, I don't know who it is. And it's kind of that old deal about the people closest to the people govern best. You all are the closest to the product, and that's those students. You all are the closest ones to what's happening out there. You know what's going on day in and day out, and that's a reason we listen to you. And it's you play a very important role. And outside of a parent, our teachers are the most important people in our communities. You have the responsibility of preparing our children for the rigors of the future. And you're not only teaching facts and figures, you're leaders in young people's minds. You're helping develop the minds of those young leaders of our state, and you're helping shape their character. And you think about the importance of that from the standpoint of the literally, and some of your cases will be thousands of young people's lives that you impact. And it's not, I tell people, it's not always over with when they go out the door of the school. My 94-year-old fifth grade teacher sent me a 60th happy birthday card just this last March. I mean, this is a lady who's still very engaged in my life, 94 years old, still instructing me. Jerry, in 2002, when I first ran for a full term as governor, the lady that introduced me was my English teacher. That's who I wanted standing up in front of the people of the state of Texas. A lady who she had been polishing on this piece of coal for a long time. I don't know whether that was in her remarks, but I know that's what she was thinking. And you continually shape people's lives. I mean, look, it's the next generation of Texans. You're going to be the ones that get the credit. When you talk to teachers and you hear their stories of the days that are jammed with doing the lesson plans and the meetings and more planning and the after school hours spent volunteering on special projects and going to more teacher meetings than you ever want to recall. You throw in the late night phone calls from some worried parent and the long weekends that you spent setting up the classroom or fine tuning the lesson plan. And the bottom line is you set a very high standard of preparation and work, and the good news is it's paying off. That's really why I wanted to be here today, and not only to ask you for your support as I go forward, but to tell you that although sometimes you may get frustrated, you're making a difference, and you're making improvement in children's lives. And this is improvement that is measurable improvement. When you look at the tax scores have improved in every subject area, every grade for the 2008-2009 school year. And that is a recognition for Texas that, as a matter of fact, we're only one of 4 states that can make that statement about closing the achievement gap in math, for instance, and another indicator of our continued success can be found in that advanced placement testing. Our student participation was up 170% in the last 9 years. The number of passing scores are up 140%. Look, it didn't happen because the kids were talking to each other. Yeah, I'm sure there was some of that going on, But the reason that those young people are going into advanced placement is because of the challenges from the teachers that are sitting in the classroom and saying, Mary or Billy or Linda or Jose, you can do this and we want you to go into this advanced placement course. That's the reason they're doing it. Texas teachers are inspiring our kids. It's your love of learning that is the inspiration for these students to go on and further their education. You know, whether it's to go on to a community college or a four-year institution or one of the technical institutions that we have. Texas has one of the highest percentages of students taking the SAT. You know, we get, from time to time, we get criticized. Well, you know, y'all are just barely above the average on the SAT. I said, you know what? We got more kids taking the SAT probably than any other state out there, because we promote our kids to go do it. We got a lot of first-generation college students because some teacher in some school sat down with a young person and explained to them the importance of taking that next step and giving them the confidence that they could do it. They may have heard all their lives or seen that no, you can't do that, you know, because of where you live or your parents' last name or the color of your skin or what have you. No, you can't do that. But a teacher sat down and said, yes, you can. And you changed a life. And in turn, you changed the prospects of this state. Number of Hispanic students taking the SAT since 1999 has grown by 105%. That's good. We got more first-generation college students taking that SAT than the national average. Texas students besting the national average in math and the ACT. Scores up all across every demographic, improving since 2005. I don't care how you measure it, Texas teachers are making an impact on these students that are showing the progress in the state of Texas. And you know, that said, won't surprise anybody in the room that when I say we still got a lot of work to do. We're a growing state. You know, about 1,000 people a day. For some reason or other, they think Texas is a pretty cool place to live. And they're coming into the state of Texas. And they're coming here for a lot of different reasons, but they're coming here for they understand that there's still a land of opportunity in America, and it's called Texas. We just were back a week, 10 days ago from a trade mission into China and to Taiwan and to South Korea. And you know, as we travel and we talk about Texas and the importance of Texas to these countries, and as they look to Texas either to invest, they understand about the Texas economy. They understand our strength as a tourist destination, and they just well, I'll help them understand a little bit better that, you know. Not everybody in Texas wears a big white hat and rides a horse and's got an oil well in their backyard. But there's a little, that Dallas program had an effect on us for a while, and we're still. But they do understand that Texas is a really special place. And we visited with some pretty bold companies and met some absolutely amazing individuals who work on the absolute cutting edge of next generation technology. We met the company that makes practically all of the iPads and the iPhones, we went into Seoul, Korea, and met with the lead executives of Samsung, who just the week before we went over there announced a $3.6 billion expansion of the chip fabrication plant here in Austin, Texas. I mean, and it was really interesting. They drove home a point that as we were talking about the global economy and how we're competing in that global economy. You know, when I graduated from Paint Creek Rural High School in 1968, my competition was you know, those other 12 kids.